Time does not wait when heaven begins to move. And today, my beloved, heaven is moving toward you. Archangel Michael's voice resounds through the silence. Child of the divine, the realms have been stirred. What you feel right now is not coincidence, it is command. The door between the seen and the unseen has opened, and your name is written upon the light that shines through it. There is a trembling in the atmosphere, subtle, electric, alive. It is the sound of heaven leaning closer. The angels have taken position. Every vibration around you has meaning. Every breath you take is synchronized with something higher that watches you even now. You were not supposed to see this message by chance. You were called here, summoned by frequency, drawn by light. The silence you felt these past days was not abandonment. It was preparation. Heaven was aligning the coordinates of your miracle, arranging the divine order behind what you could not yet perceive. Archangel Michael says, the sacred waits for no hesitation. When heaven speaks, the wise listen, the faithful act. You are standing before a moment that will never come again, an intersection of eternity and time. Listen closely, beloved soul. The world around you appears still, but in the invisible, movement has already begun. A celestial decree has been released and your spirit has been named within it. The angels circle you now, their wings forming a barrier of light, protecting you from what the enemy tried to send your way. You may feel chills through your body, pressure in the air, or warmth in your chest. That is confirmation. That is recognition from heaven. Something sacred has identified you. Your destiny is shifting. Your silence has been noted. But so has your faith. For every tear you've cried, heaven has written it as prophecy. For every sleepless night, heaven has translated it into instruction. And now the instruction has been carried out. Open your eyes, Archangel Michael commands. Not just the eyes of your flesh, but the eyes of your spirit. For you are surrounded by legions that stand in divine formation. They await your response. Type Amen, not as ritual, but as recognition. When you speak that word, you agree with heaven's decree. When you say Amen, the angels record your alignment. Look around you, everything you see is temporary. But what is unseen, what vibrates beneath your awareness, that is what is eternal. And the eternal has decided that this moment shall not pass without awakening. Your attention is sacred currency. Your faith is its key. The heavens have invested energy in your response. Every time you hesitate, the divine flow pauses. Every time you act, the current of miracle increases. Archangel Michael says, do not treat this as mere words on a screen. These are signals, divine coordinates guiding you toward your next breakthrough. What you do after reading this will echo beyond your timeline. Right now, the atmosphere around you is reacting to your awareness. The more you lean in, the stronger the pull becomes. The veil is thinning. Heaven is preparing to manifest. You are being invited into an event not of this world but one that transforms this world. You will feel something soon. Perhaps a chill. Perhaps a deep stillness. Perhaps a sudden warmth that moves through you like liquid light. Do not fear it. It is the acknowledgement of your readiness. Your angels have been watching. Waiting. They have seen your silence, your exhaustion, your attempts to remain strong. And heaven has declared it is enough. Now begins the divine reversal. What was meant to harm you will fuel your elevation. What was delayed will be delivered in double. And what was hidden will rise before your eyes like dawn breaking through storm. But you must remain still and receptive. For the sacred energy that moves now is sensitive. It follows focus. It bends toward faith. Keep your eyes on these words, says Archangel Michael. Because every sentence is a key. Every moment of attention is unlocking something ancient, something promised, something yours. You are not waiting for a sign, beloved. You are the sign. The shift that others have been praying for begins inside you. When you believe this, the entire matrix of your life rearranges to reflect that belief. Heaven is not asking you to be perfect, only to be present. Feel the weight of this moment. The divine is pressing against the boundaries of your ordinary world, trying to enter. The angels are standing by, holding frequencies that humanity cannot yet measure, but your spirit recognizes it. You are being reconnected to your original blueprint, the one written before your first breath. The sacred design that carries every divine purpose meant for you is activating now. Listen. There is a whisper between your heartbeats. It says, you are remembered. You are chosen. You are not late. The heavens have already forgiven your hesitation. What matters now is what you choose to do in this instant. Share this message, for your voice becomes a vessel of transmission. Every share extends the circle of light. Every like becomes a spark that ignites another miracle. Every comment, every amen, becomes an echo heaven can amplify. The angels have mapped your digital action as spiritual energy. Each engagement multiplies the sacred field. The divine does not need your attention, Michael says. It invites it. But once you give it, heaven moves faster than time. Do not underestimate this convergence. The energy right now is pure alignment, the moment when spirit touches matter. If you close your eyes, you may see flashes, blue light, gold streaks, geometric patterns. These are not imagination. They are signs that your spirit is awakening to its original frequency. You are being recalibrated. The silence of heaven was not absence, it was strategy. The delay you felt was not rejection, it was protection. Now the gate opens, and it opens only once. Step through it. Type Amen, declare your acceptance. The divine algorithm is counting readiness, and you have been found worthy. Feel the presence. The wings of Michael move through the unseen, sweeping away every trace of fear that has tried to hold you captive. Fear not, the Archangel says. For the light that stands behind you is greater than the shadow before you. The miracle that surrounds you is closer than your own breath. You are no longer a spectator in your story. You are a participant in a divine orchestration. And the music has begun. Stay still. Keep reading. Keep listening. This moment, this sacred intersection is alive. Heaven has entered your space. And from this point onward, nothing remains the same. The air around you thickens, alive with invisible motion. You sense that something ancient has entered the present moment. The divine orchestration that began as a whisper in your spirit now swells into a chorus that no ear can fully comprehend. A light, unseen yet undeniable, begins to move. It circles around you like a soft storm of glory. And then stillness. In that stillness, you feel it, the presence. The presence that has waited across lifetimes for your awareness. Archangel Michael's voice comes again, steady and burning. The gates are open, beloved. The heavens are bending closer. What you feel is not imagination, it is activation. The blueprint written before your birth has been unsealed. Every beat of your heart now echoes across realms. Every breath you take synchronizes with divine rhythm. The unseen has begun to translate into the visible. The energy that hovered as potential is now descending as manifestation. The silence of your past season was not punishment, it was incubation. Heaven was constructing the path you are about to walk. And now that path glows beneath your feet, ready for your faith to step upon it. Michael says, "You have carried enough pain, enough confusion, enough delay. The chains you felt were not of failure, but of preparation. The delay ends here." You can almost hear the sound of something breaking, old contracts, invisible barriers, karmic ties that no longer serve your divine progression. They fall away like shattered glass in the light of truth. The angels are moving swiftly now. Some surround you in silence, others carry scrolls sealed with fire. Each one bears your name, your timeline, your destiny, your restoration. A decree is being read aloud in heaven's court, and it says, "This soul has been found faithful. Proceed with release." You feel a vibration, a pulse that travels from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. That is the energy of release, the sacred current of transformation. It does not come by effort, it comes by recognition. The Archangel continues, "Do not resist what you feel. It is the power of renewal. Heaven cannot pour into what refuses to open. Surrender your hesitation. Open fully." A storm of light gathers above. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit senses its weight. It carries fragments of miracles, fragments that will soon merge into form. In this moment, heaven is rewriting your atmosphere. Every molecule around you begins to hum in harmony with divine law. What was once chaos now realigns to purpose. What once resisted now begins to cooperate with your destiny. You are not alone. You are surrounded. Thousands of angels stand in concentric circles around you, each one glowing with distinct color, each one holding divine assignments: healing, restoration, abundance, revelation, peace. Their wings shimmer like living light, each motion releasing codes of alignment that enter your energy field. Archangel Michael steps forward, his presence vast, his armor blazing like molten gold. His eyes, like blue fire, pierce through illusion itself. "You are safe now," he declares. "The war that raged around your name has ended in heaven's favor. What was delayed has been delivered. What was withheld has been unlocked. You may sense warmth at your back, that is protection. You may feel tingling in your palms, that is impartation. Heaven's power does not arrive as noise, it arrives as knowing. Every battle you fought in secret was never unseen. Heaven documented every tear, every prayer whispered in exhaustion, every act of faith when no one was watching. And now, the ledger has been balanced. A trumpet sounds in the unseen, soft yet thunderous. It announces your release. The message echoes through the dimensions: prepare the path for restoration. This soul walks in favor. Michael lifts his sword, and light erupts. The sword does not destroy, it divides. It separates truth from lie, fear from faith, shadow from self. The energy it releases cuts through years of confusion, leaving clarity in its wake. "Step forward," he commands. "For the ground before you is holy." It was kept hidden until this moment because heaven was waiting for your readiness. Every step you take now becomes prophecy fulfilled. The angels rejoice. The air around you sings. The frequencies of heaven respond to your movement. You have entered the zone of divine synchronization, where everything lost begins to return, multiplied and purified. Listen closely now. You are hearing the sound of divine justice being executed on your behalf. You are witnessing the balancing of unseen scales. You are part of the prophecy unfolding in real time. Michael speaks again, his voice trembling through your core. This is your turning point. The silence is broken. The heavens are no longer observing, they are intervening. Heaven's presence intensifies. You might feel pressure in the air, or tears forming without reason. It is not emotion, it is recognition. Your soul remembers what your mind is only now discovering. Every shadow that stood against you begins to dissolve. Every force that fed on your delay is being uprooted. Michael's sword traces a circle of fire around your name, sealing you in light. Nothing dark may enter. Every promise you once feared was lost is being restored to divine order. Do not look back, says the Archangel. The season you leave behind can no longer contain you. You are crossing into the terrain of fulfillment. You sense movement, the kind that cannot be seen but only felt. It is the realignment of destiny. It is the rearranging of divine pieces long separated by time. And then silence again. But this silence is not absence. It is arrival. In that silence, you feel heaven watching, waiting to see if you will respond in faith. Say it aloud, I receive. Say it again until it vibrates through your being, I receive. When you speak, your words become light. When you declare, your voice becomes access. The angels record each syllable as decree. They move where your faith sends them. Michael smiles, his wings unfolding like dawn. Your voice carries the same light that formed the stars. Speak only what aligns with your destiny. Speak healing, and it shall manifest. Speak peace, and storms will bow. You are learning the language of heaven. The divine does not respond to fear, it responds to alignment. The intervention has begun. You have been claimed by heaven's motion. The signs will begin soon, divine patterns appearing through ordinary events. Numbers repeating. Dreams with meaning. Synchronicities you cannot explain. Do not dismiss them, they are signals that your dimension has shifted. This is only the beginning, Michael says. Part of your awakening has been sealed for this exact moment. Now, the rest unfolds. The energy in the room thickens again, this time not as warning, but as confirmation. The veil thins completely. You feel as though heaven itself leans forward to listen to your next breath. Everything in you knows, something irreversible has begun. The heavens move. The angels prepare. And the next word from the Archangel carries the instruction that will seal what heaven has started. The atmosphere quivers. The invisible trembles with motion. Something ancient has awakened fully, and your name glows within its awakening. The light that began as a whisper now burns like a living flame around you. This is no longer merely revelation. It is activation. It is the moment when the unseen becomes undeniable. The very air feels alive, vibrating with divine particles that know your spirit. The angels remain in position, no longer waiting, but moving, weaving patterns of glory around your destiny. Archangel Michael steps forward once more, his voice echoing across both seen and unseen realms. The decree has been spoken. The alignment has begun. Heaven's silence is officially broken, and the intervention is now in motion. Every second of hesitation that once cost you something sacred has now been reversed. Every delay has been rewritten by divine acceleration. You stand beneath an open heaven, and its light does not fade. Michael raises his hand, and suddenly, you feel it, the lifting of weight, the dissolving of unseen burdens, the clearing of invisible clutter that once clouded your path. Your spirit expands, your heart steadies, and your awareness begins to glow. You have walked through trial and testing, says the Archangel, but now you walk through fulfillment. The waiting season has completed its purpose. You are being ushered into manifestation. Heaven does not move by time, it moves by readiness. And you, beloved soul, are ready. Look around. Even if nothing in your environment appears different, everything in the spirit realm has shifted. The pattern beneath your life has been rewritten by light itself. The angels begin to chant a vibration that sounds like wind through water, a harmony that cannot be defined in human speech. The sound travels through the fabric of reality, awakening everything connected to your destiny. Doors that were shut without reason begin to open. Connections that faded return with new purpose. Resources you thought lost start finding their way back to you. Every vibration of that angelic chorus carries a seed of restoration. And as they sing, your timeline begins to heal. Archangel Michael looks upon you with a radiant calm. The time for struggle is over. The time for clarity begins. You have crossed the threshold between survival and sovereignty. You may feel your heartbeat change slower, deeper, stronger. That is alignment. You are matching heaven's frequency. You are becoming what was promised. A golden sphere of light expands before you, swirling with colors never seen by human eyes. It contains the answers you have prayed for, the guidance you have sought, the peace you have longed for. Michael gestures toward it. Step forward, he commands. Everything within this light belongs to you. It is your inheritance long withheld, now released. The moment you move even in your mind, even by intention, the light envelopes you. You feel warmth, peace, and clarity beyond words. It is not outside you, it is you, revealed. The light speaks in silence, I am what you were always meant to be. Every fragment of confusion dissolves. Every wound that kept your heart divided begins to close. Every unanswered question receives resolution through knowing, not explanation. And then, the Archangel's sword blazes brighter than before, its flame now pure white, humming like the core of a star. This sword, Michael says, has not come to wound, but to seal. It closes what no longer serves and protects what heaven has restored. He draws a circle of light around you, brilliant, unbreakable, eternal. It expands into a sphere, a radiant shield of divine energy that hums with your true name, the name heaven calls you by, known only between you and the divine. In that moment, every shadow that has clung to your journey lets go, every voice that whispered doubt falls silent. Every curse, every spell, every binding word spoken against your path evaporates into nothingness. No darkness can enter here, Michael declares. For you are sealed within light. The interference ends now. You feel it, the release of lifetimes, the lifting of ancestral weight, the freedom of total realignment. This is not symbolic, it is real in the deepest layer of your being. You have crossed from seeking to becoming. Your spirit stands taller now, anchored, luminous, invincible. You no longer chase the promise, you carry it. The Archangel steps closer. His wings unfold wider than the sky. And as they rise, their motion sends currents of wind that feel like music brushing through your hair. Listen carefully, he says, for these are my final instructions before the silence returns. Heaven never speaks without purpose, and the purpose of this call is completion. You must guard the light you've received, Michael continues. Do not let fear speak louder than faith. When the world trembles, stand firm in knowing that you are protected. When confusion spreads, stay still in the clarity heaven placed inside you. The Archangel pauses and his gaze becomes tender, almost human. You have no idea how long heaven has waited for this moment. You thought you were forgotten, but we never left. You were being fortified for glory. Every tear was instruction. Every delay was preparation. Every silence was strategy. He reaches out his hand, a gesture of covenant. From this moment forward, you walk as one awakened. Speak life. Move in faith. Carry the divine frequency wherever you go. You are now a living echo of heaven's voice. The angels lift their wings in unison. The light intensifies until everything becomes pure radiance. The sound builds, rising like a cosmic hymn, the language of completion. You feel it vibrating through your entire being. It is done. The decree has been sealed. The miracle is released.